So the Patriot way, that's something you always hear as a
Mhm.
fan, as someone who follows the game. When you're in New England, how different was it from being in Philly, Tampa, and even Baltimore? Was it a drastic difference in terms of team culture?
Absolutely. I would say absolutely, just because the way Bill structured things, man. It's not for everybody. It really isn't. I mean, that's a place where a lot of veterans go to retire.
Mhm.
if if you think about it, I'm like a Albert Haynesworth, a Torrey Holt, who just if you like, I'm sure I'm drawing a blank right now, but quite a few guys names come to mind where they're on the back end of the career. They're thinking, okay, especially when New England was in their heyday. Let me try to get join this franchise, get a chip out of it. Go, at least go to the big dance. But yeah, man, it's Bill. Doesn't matter who you are, and I would say that's probably the I would say that is the Patriot way. Is the simple fact that it doesn't matter who you are. Um, you could be at that time Vince Wilfork, you could be Tom Brady, you could be Wes Walker, you be Kyle Arrington. It doesn't matter who you were. Like Bill, he'd be a straight shooter with you, and he wouldn't be afraid to say what he got to say, and whether it be 1-on-1 or whether it be in front of the entire team. Ty, what is it? Whether it be in front of your parents, it didn't. It really didn't matter. Like he will hold you accountable, and everything about Bill is he wanted to make. It was always about preparation, and it was always about mental toughness.
Mhm.
So, like I said, it's not for everybody.
Okay. Any encounters with Bill? Like any funny stories you have or interesting stories? Because he
Yeah.
seems when he approaches the media, I know when I was watching, it was like straight to the point. Next question. Next question.
Mhm.
Anything that people haven't seen?
Yeah, Bill. He when he shows his personality, and even with us as players, as a team, as an organization, it does. And because he's always in like Coach Belichick mode. Like that's the only mode he knows how to be in. And so it's almost like what you see is what you get. He's kind of like the same way with us as well. But there will be moments and flashes where he lets his personality out a little bit, and you really just gotta relish it and take it in for the moments for as long as you can. I would tell you that he always just gives off these principal vibes. And as like if you remember like being in grade school, let's say that you were out of class when you went with no permission slip, anything like that, and so it's all. We grown men. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We grown men. I ain't got to raise my hand and go use the bathroom. If we in a defensive meeting, I'm just go use the bathroom. And so, but coming out of those meetings, or we just walk in the hallway, and if I'm walking down one end, and Bill was walking the other, and we're about to cross paths. I don't know. It's just something that just comes over you. It's like, oh my, like it just feel like you're in the wrong. Like you should what are you doing out of these? What are you doing out of class? What are you doing out of these meetings? So I'm trying to look everywhere, but in Bill's eyes until the very last moment I pass him, and it's just like, oh, I'm like, hey Bill, and he's just like Kyle, and afterwards I'm like, oh my gosh, like why? I don't know. Why was that so stressful?
Yeah.
Your heart just be beating so fast. I don't know. He just and crazy. It's not just me, because it'd be after a game. We got to walk out we walk out through the tunnel. We got to walk through the facility to the parking lot. And so my family, my wife, my family, we leave one game, and once again, we pass in the same. We about to pass Bill and his little, I guess, entourage with him. And so my wife, so we passed him up, and my wife is, and she's like, why's my heart beating so fast? I'm like, hey, babe, I said, I don't know. It's just something about, I don't know, something about his aura.